It'll do. Hey, Tony and Bara and Cadence and Sheepishness and Osman and Rafaula. Mazhar Bakari, I think, maybe Canadian Chick and Lauren and Michelle and Daniel, Shashari, Marjorie. Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Thanks for coming to hang out. Letitia, Danielle. Ooh, Autoimmune Amber. Hey Jennifer and Lucy and Care Bear and Lizzie. How are all of you doing? I know, do you like my shirt? Super cool. Thanks, Dareton Joy. Did I say that right? Dareton Joy?
Dare to enjoy.
Dare to enjoy. Sean is much better at
it's like
real
vanity license plates.
It's like vanity license plates. I think that is correct. Hey everybody.
Okay.
How's it going? Oh, Sean.
Did it freak out?
Yeah.
It's a party.
He's moving the light, you guys. Oh, it's so bad. You can't have it there at all.
Hold on.
He's strobing us, guys. Thanks, homeless realtor. Nope.
It's still there?
I can't even. No, it's too close or
I
something.
think it's your shirt. See how the collar is white?
I don't know what to. Oh, there we go. We're fine. I know, so Lucy, strobe lights already. We're on it.
It's because the shirt collar is white, and so it was blowing up the.
Well, maybe it's my reflective necklace. Maybe I'll put Emily's necklace she got me. I'll put it inside. It's the t-shirt. I know. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Hey, Carly. It's Sophie Joe. Hey, yo. Hey. So today's actually been super productive. I got up, because I went to bed, not early, but I went to bed at like 11:30, midnight, and Sean stayed up like till forever. So he took another nap already. Thanks, Taylor, for the likes, and Alexandra. So anyway, I got up already, did my laundry, went and got some bagels, knocked some things off my to-do list, went through my jackets finally, and my last round of clean-outs. I've got so much stuff, you guys, that I need to, like, figure out what I'm doing. So, anyways, it's been a very, productive. Oh, Wascally is here, and Rachel. Thanks, Carly, for inviting your fans. Anyway, so, ooh, who's giving me the ring? Oh, thanks, Layla.
My goodness.
Woo. All ready with the bling. It's so pretty.
Every time I come around,
Sean's rapping in the back. Thank you, Layla. Thanks, Canadian Chick. Oh yeah, good morning. I know, it's afternoon. It's 1 p.m. here, so it's like, if someone said good morning to me on the street, I'd be like, good morning, because, even though it's afternoon, it still feels like morning. But anyway, so I was really productive. And yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good so far. And I got things done off my list. Next, Sean and I have to do our taxes. Super exciting adult things like that, and grocery shopping. Woo! Thanks, B-girl Sarah. Woo. Okay, so I know it's 10 p.m. and 9 p.m. Yeah, if you guys are in the UK, it's in the evening. That's why I try to kind of do it in the middle of the day, so it's not too late for some people, not too early for others, but it's really hard to, get everybody on the same, because we're all over the world, which is awesome, by the way, right? Am I right? And yesterday I had a film day with Sean. We're trying something different, so stay tuned for a couple weeks here until we get that thing edited down and figuring out if I like it. But yeah, trying different things. Thanks, Layla. Woo. So anyways, that would be, oh, it's Monday. Oh, ugh, yeah. If you are in Australia or New Zealand, you're almost like a full day ahead. It's like 18 and a half hours ahead of me. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so today's been good so far. Filmed yesterday, and I have to figure out, we have to edit a video for tomorrow. Thanks, Jaylyn. How are all of you doing? How was your weekend? I hope you guys got to relax, reboot. And I don't know, we haven't thought of any, like last time I was all prepped. I had the goals in mind. I had them set for different levels. What should the goals be? Oh, thanks, Taryn. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, the llama song. I could definitely sing the llama song. Oh, thanks, Miranda. I don't know. Let's think. What would be a goal? I don't have any more giveaways. So, oh, thanks, Miranda. I got this from Emily. She sent it, remember? And it's got French on one side and English on the other. I think it's live, laugh, love. So, anyway, 100K, I'd still karaoke. If we get to 100K, I will karaoke. You guys can pick the song. How's that? It could be It's Finally Friday. I'll even sing it on a Sunday. God damn it, I do what I want. I would do that for you. Only because I love you. And I think it could be really fun.
You can even show.
Oh! Danny's poster arrived. Yay!
You can pull the photo and show it on the screen.
I
It's
think
so
it'll.
nice how she framed it.
I think it'll be
I
flashy.
think we should
Won't it?
frame ours.
Do you guys see?
No, it's not flashing.
Well, the circle. It's like hard because of the light.
Pull up the photo like where it's framed.
Do you see?
It's so nice.
Yeah,
The
Danny.
posters look awesome.
Yay! Oh, see? I knew it was gonna do it. It was gonna do it. Are we safe? We're safe. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm annoyed with this whole camera sitch. Maybe I should just sit in a dark room or something. Okay. Anyways. Oh, your t-shirt came. Yay, Carrie. I know everybody's takes a little bit, you know, a little while to... The paparazzi are here. Exactly. Exactly. But it takes a little while for every... I know I do have a potty mouth. It happens. But...
it is a potato, so...
Ate a potato. A potty mouth. I know. Isn't that funny? That sounds like potty mouth. It's like what I would tell the children, you know? I talk like a sailor. That's what I like to say. And I'm proud of it. But yeah, I hope that all of you love your t-shirts. I know it takes a little while for everybody's things to get to them, and I'm
You're
sure...
wearing your t-shirt today.
I know. I showed them. I showed them. It's Sheepishness's design. Woo woo.
Fellow Montrealer.
Yeah. Oh, comment ça va, right? Like, what's up? How are you doing?
Yep.
I know. So, anyways, everything's been good. Let's get into some questions and everything. But yeah, if we get to 100,000 likes, you guys, I will karaoke. And you can pick the song. I don't even care.
Like Metallica?
No, I don't do like Metallica. I don't even know those songs. At least has to be one that I kind of know, because I feel like karaoke's best when you really know. Thanks, Amy S. 10,000 likes already. Holy schmamolies.
Schmamolies. Yes.
Anyways, so, ooh, from the Netherlands. Woo woo. Fluffy pink unicorns. It's a song. Oh, working 9 to 5. I've done that before. I would do it again. It happens really fast.
You know what, though? That was awesome when I saw you sing that.
Thanks, Jalen.
You were at a corporate job.
Oh, yeah. The first time I ever sang that, honestly, the first time I ever karaoke'd that, I had won a trip. I used to be a salesperson. I know if any of you watched my Draw My Life, you saw I was a salesperson for a while. And I won this trip. Thanks, Jalen. I won this trip to Aruba.
Yeah, but it was all like corporate executives. But
it was like I couldn't have given less shits about this job. But I think that's why I was good at it, because I wasn't really trying to sell people, because that's not what I do. In the meantime, I was trying to like accrue hours and like also work and see clients and like pay for my student loans, which I'm still doing today. But I went to this big corporate event, and it was like a dinner, and they're like, oh, we have karaoke, and everybody was like scared to karaoke, and I was like, I'll do it. And so I signed up to sing Dolly Parton 9 to 5.
but it was perfect, because it was with a bunch of corporate people who like were your bosses, and you're like, take this job and stuff it, sort of deal, you know?
Sean loved it, so it really cracked me up. But it happens so fast. I would definitely karaoke that for you guys if you want. It's such a good song. But it's like, dun, 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 dun. You have to be on it. Like, the second it starts, you're like already saying stuff. So it's like, you know, you have to get your shit together, because Dolly doesn't wait for you. It's like a rushing train for that song. Anyways, enough about that. Can I rap? I could try. I mean, I could do some Salt and Pepper from back in the day or something, you know? Anyways, you guys get to pick. If we get to 100,000 likes, you tell me what to karaoke. Sean and I will find a place that has karaoke on a Sunday. Karaoke the shit out of it. Thanks, Jalen. Woo,
right,
woo.
Oh
my God, please rap. Dolly doesn't wait for anyone. No, although Dolly Parton, so Mamrie has met her, and I was super jealous. I'm not going to lie. I got super excited for her, and then immediately was angry that I wasn't invited. But apparently she's super sweet and nice. And Mamrie's like, we got to meet her again. She's so amazing. And I was like, we better. We being you and me, I need to go. Thanks, Layla. Okay. Oh, Jolene. That's a good song. Okie dokie. Oh, happy NATA week. I'm not doing anything necessarily for it this year. I haven't had anything planned. I had planned on speaking at an event, and then the event people were having trouble getting funding, and I actually haven't heard back from them. That's a good reminder. I should reach out, because they were local, and they asked if I would come and speak about eating disorders and its treatment. Are there certain things that you guys would like me to do? Tweet me your ideas. I'd be happy to film some videos about NATA week. NATA week is National Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And it's something that happens I think it's like the end of February, beginning of March, almost every year. And yeah, last year I did a bunch of different videos, all eating disorder focused.
Did we do the walk last year? Or was that the year before? I
think we did the walk 2 years ago. Anyways, there's a lot of different things you can get involved with. And it's something that if you didn't know about it this time and you missed your event in your local community or something like that, which it should just be starting today. But there's ways to get involved and, raise awareness. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too, Alyssa. Woo woo. Okay. Oh, Dolly Parton on the couch with Katie. Oh, I wish I had like people I could call, but I'll put my people on it. But that's just Sean and I. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I just need some sleep. Okie dokie. Yes, I am coming to VidCon in Amsterdam, Katie. I will be there, and I'm doing a lot of different talks and panels, and I'm all over the place. So come and see me. Okie dokie. Okay, Girl Depression 2 says, how can I talk to my teachers about my mental illness? Oh, thanks, Tony Perkins. The truth is that if we're struggling, teachers are supposed to be, and I'm not going to say they are, because they're supposed to be trained and know how to deal with this. The best way to go about telling your teachers is actually, I think, to go through your school counselor, because they have meetings pretty frequently, and they can call meetings if they need to. Thanks, Michelle H. And so I would talk to your school counselor and tell them what's going on, because that's what they do, and then ask them how you can let your teachers know. They often do it for you, so you don't even have to worry about it. Or if you need an IEP or something like that, then those are the next steps that they would take. But that's how I'd go about it. That's what I would do. Talk to your school counselor. Thanks, Amy S. Woo woo. Oh, hey, Brent. He's here too. Shy. So yeah, I am coming to Amsterdam. Come hang out with me. And I don't know where I'll be going after that. I don't think I'm going to be making it to London just because it's so expensive. Unless I hit the lotto between now and then. I guess first you have to play the lotto. But either way, I think we're going to stick to that area. Oh, thanks, Miranda. We got a new subscriber. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, Katie should come to NorCal. I'll let you guys know where I'm going to go, or where Sean and I are going to go, okay? Oh, sheepishness. You ready to be a guest? With the Canadians jersey? I love it. And they kicked ass yesterday, which they should have not had to go into overtime, because then both of them get points. Hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, pretty good considering it's like midterms and I'm taking more than the average course load, so I'm drowning in assignments right now. Hey, Sean, this is for you. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so
perfect timing.
So my question is, because I have I keep biting my nails, and I have no problem stopping. I can stop, but then I start having another bad habit. I chew on my knuckles, or I chew the inside of my cheeks. So I'm just wondering how I can stop the cycle of having a bad habit.
Like how to stop from doing one thing or the other. Feel like you're trading a nervous habit for another.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's really common. And truthfully, I don't think, if any of you are out there and thinking that you're weird because you do X, Y, Z, you pick your face, you pull your hair, you chew your nails, you bite your mouth. There's a lot of things that we can do when I think it's an anxiety-driven issue. And so the truth of it is, I'll have my anxiety workbook coming out. I'm excited about it, and I think that you really like it. But the thing that I'm learning through studying specifically managing anxiety issues and things that come out of it is the first thing we can do, and the best thing we can do for ourselves is practicing relaxation techniques. And I know that sounds super boring and stupid, but hold on, hang with me for a minute, because even repetitive things like drawing, like art, doing things like that are repetitive, like coloring, like knitting, any of those things. There you are. Any of those repetitive motions can be really relaxing, and progressive relaxation is something you can look it up on YouTube and watch the videos to do it. But they say in all of the anxiety research that having those tools to help us is how we can stop the behaviors. So we first have to know how to calm our system down, because everyone's going to be different. Breathing techniques don't work for everybody, but they work for some people. Progressive relaxation, honestly, is the most researched and statistically proven to work thing. So I'm going to talk about that in the workbook. But yeah, even like the repetitive behaviors, putting in music that's relaxing, like doing that first, and then we can find ways when we want to do the thing, right? So we're going to try to stop ourselves. We'll notice when we're doing it, even if you've been doing it already, and then all of a sudden you're like, shit, I'm doing it again. You know, like we're half bite, or we've already chewed off 2 fingernails. At that moment, be like, okay, I'm not going to do it. Instead, I'm going to try my technique and see if that helps, because that's what they say helps, versus just trying to stop doing the thing, because then it comes out in another way. We have different ways to like soothe. And then let me know. Keep me posted.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Go Habs, go.
Go Habs, go.
Go Habs, go.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay.
Ole, 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 ole. I'll talk to you soon, Sabrina.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, go Habs, go. So I think, you know, that's something that I'm learning, and it's because I don't specialize in anxiety disorders. Even though it's kind of part of what I do, I'm not as well versed as other people who that's all they do. So think about it. Look into things that you can do that are relaxing. And like I said, I'll have the anxiety workbook coming out hopefully in the next month or so. But the first step in any of this, because anxiety is so physically driven, will have like physical ways that it manifests itself, like trichotillomania, dermatillomania. I have videos about this, all sorts of stuff like that. Okay, and Denise is asking what advice you give to clients who have trust issues. So anyway, back just to finish that up, you know, do things to calm your system down first, and then we can try to stop the behaviors, okay? Clients with trust issues, it depends. Denise, do you mean for your towards your therapist, like trust issues with your therapist, or trust issues in relationships? Because I think that that's different. I'm going to assume that you mean relationships, but if it's different, let me know in the chat and I can talk about something different. But I assume it's because of relationships and struggling with trust issues. And I think that my advice to people like that is first to figure out where it's coming from, because usually if we struggle to trust anyone, it's because we've had something either traumatic happen or we've had something hurt us. Okay, everyone. Yeah, we've probably had something, you know, happen that's made it really hard for us. And so therefore we don't trust anyone anymore, because in a way it's kind of been proven through, it doesn't even have to be a traumatic event, but just some kind of hurtful thing that happened that, you know, we got really damaged by, and it was really hard for us to move on. And so a lot of the trust process has to do with learning how to communicate boundaries, learning how to talk about the thing that happened or the thing that was hurtful, and knowing that trust doesn't have to come quickly. There's no reason for us to feel like we need to meet someone, talk to someone, and trust them. People have to earn it. It's not something that we should just give out, because that's when we get taken advantage of. And that's why the boundaries are important. So the thing that I would actually encourage you to do is to talk about it in therapy so that you can figure out what's good for you. And I talk about boundaries a lot in many of my videos, but luckily our body gives us like a normal response. Like it tells us when we get anxious all of a sudden in a conversation, we want to pull away, or we start feeling our heart race, or all of a sudden we feel almost sick. That's our body's way of telling us that someone has overstepped their bounds, and the boundaries have been breached, and it's like our body's natural response. And so just pay attention to that and know that tells you that it's crossed. So maybe, we need to set it a little bit sooner. But yeah, take your time with it. But I honestly think it comes out of our own confidence and ability to set boundaries, because the feeling like we can't trust anyone often comes from the fact that we don't know ourselves what's okay. It's almost like we can't trust our own selves. So spend some time figuring out what's okay and not okay for you, what's important to you in relationships. What do people have to do, like, to build trust? Like, are there things that can be done? Like, for me, I'll give you an example, because sometimes I know it's like hard to understand what I'm saying. But I think that for me, for instance, in order for me to trust someone, I have to know I can count on them. That means in a time of need, I know I can reach out and they'll be there. That's an important thing for me. Also, I think there's a lot to do with like loyalty. Like if somebody has hurt my feelings and been really mean to me, and then that person tries to befriend them, my friends would say, no, you were really rude. Like they would stand up for me. And I think that that's a part that's really important to me also. And then also just time in my life. Like I'm not going to necessarily trust someone that I just met. It's going to take a while. And so those are the things that I look for. And I know that that's like broad and it might not apply to you, but everyone's going to be different. And I've learned that like there are certain things that at my age and at my self-respect level that I don't need to put up with. And I'm okay having a conversation with someone and saying why I don't, but knowing that those people don't deserve my trust or friendship or love or whatever. And you can move on. And I hope that kind of helps. I know that there's a lot we could talk about when it comes to that. If you want me to talk and do a whole video about, managing trust issues, like I have the fear of intimacy video you can watch for more information on that too, but let me know on Twitter, okay? Okie dokie, let's see. Oh, why does it do that? Should I not have this shirt on?
The white shirt.
Do you want to go grab my black shirt? Because the strobing is at an all-time maximum, you guys. I'm so sorry. We think it's the white. So I'm going to have to cover up the Kenyan shirt. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, Natasha's in India. Yay, yay. I know Sheepishness says the shirt's too good. It is. Yeah, that one's fine. It's just that other t-shirt. Okie dokie. Yeah, of course, Denise. Okay, guys. So we have to wear black. Black is back. Okay. What do you do that for? It didn't even do it. Okay. Oh, we're almost have 100 subs, you guys. Thanks, Sheepishness, for the update. Okay, here we go. Oh, the pink dream catcher. Who sent that to me? Let me know in the chat. Somebody sent it to me a couple weeks ago and I opened it. And then I know that the other one I got over this shoulder, if you can see it, someone made that for me as well. And it looks like a tree. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Sarah, you want to try to guest? Sarah Ann's? Oh, Emily Toffs. Ask that again after I'm done guesting. I'll answer your question. It's a good question. Okay. Oh, I got this shirt at the To Write Love on Our Arms booth in VidCon this year. Be our guest. Be our guest. Hi, Sarah.
I'm just picking something up fast. Sorry.
That's okay.
I dropped all my cards.
Oh, bummer.
So I was just wanting to update. Because last time we were talking about anniversary reaction. Or whatever.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Sorry, this again. I don't know how to get rid of that.
I don't know. How should you get rid of it? Turn off your notifications? Or turn off vibration and put it on ring, maybe?
Maybe I'll try that.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so what's going on?
I forgot what I was going to say, actually.
We were talking about last time the anniversary and preparing for that.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the date came and passed, and I found it was very difficult. And, I don't think I got rid of that noise, sorry.
That's okay.
And, it was a really rough couple of days. So when I saw my, counselor, she gave me a couple of books to read. Like, this is one of them.
Oh, Forgive and Forget, Healing the Hurt We Don't Deserve. Okay, interesting. I haven't read that book, but I'll check it out.
And then this is the other one.
Okay.
The Gift of Perfection.
Perfection, Okay, I haven't heard that one either, okay?
It's by, Brené Brown.
Yes, I love her. Mm-hmm.
She's got a lot of books out, and she basically wants to help me forgive myself, because I have a hard time letting go of everything that went on in that relationship.
Yeah.
But found those books to be actually rather helpful, and allowed me to realize some of the things, wasn't all him.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, chapter about forgiving monsters, because I always refer to him as a monster when I speak about her. And she has a similar smirk when I mention that. And yeah, I found those to be very helpful. Kind of frustrated in the sense that we didn't work on those earlier.
Yeah. It can be that way sometimes when all of a sudden we come to a realization. Frustrating that that we didn't do it earlier. We didn't realize earlier, you know?
But and it's one of those things, like I've done a lot of journaling. I have 3 different journals. I do lots of art. I use my bow. I do target practice.
Oh, yay. Awesome.
Face as a target.
Uh-huh. It can be really powerful. I had a client who'd do the punching bag.
Yeah, I have one of those. It's just I got bad rheumatoid arthritis. Sometimes I can't use my bow either, but punching is definitely out of the question. But yeah. But last night I did a live stream and did a painting for a Kenyan. It was kind of cool.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you froze.
Oh, we froze?
You did.
Oh, we're back.
But yeah.
We're moving.
Just for
Oh, that's so pretty.
someone last night.
I love it. That's gorgeous.
With some happy little trees.
Yeah, it is happy little trees. Oh, I love Bob Ross. That's so beautiful.
That wasn't Bob Ross, though.
I know, but the happy little trees.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's what I meant. Well, I'm glad that you finally feel like you're moving forward, like you're working on the things that you wanted to work on, you know?
Yeah. I don't enjoy being stuck.
Yeah,
Yes.
nobody does.
And yeah, because prior to that, I mean, we all have our other issues, but prior to that, that really set me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
just wanted to.
yeah, no, I'm glad. Thanks for updating us. And I'm glad that you feel like you're moving forward now, because feeling stuck can be so frustrating.
Problems with forgiveness issues. Those 2 books are very helpful. Whether it's grieving a death of a loved one. I mean, I also lost my dad, so I found it was helpful for that.
Yeah, I'll take note of those books because I haven't read them. So, and I'm glad everybody else was saying that they really love Brené Brown as well, and some of those books are helpful for them too. So,
yeah, the one by Lewis B. Smeeds, which is, I guess, a Dutch way to say Smith. He's kind of more blunt. To the point where I find Brené is very gentle and nice, but the Forgive and Forget, he talks about his own struggle with his family, and I don't know, it's just really, they're both really good.
Yeah, no, thanks for updating us and thanks for sharing those books. I'll definitely check them out. And maybe it's something that I do more videos on because it's obvious, you know, it's something that a lot of people I think struggle with.
For me, I think it was a big roadblock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Totally
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for updating us and thanks for showing us that the beautiful painting.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Have a good day.
Of course. Good to see you, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Layla. She says she has to go. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Hi, Nancy Day. Ooh, I'm invisible.
You are not invisible.
Well, we see you now. Hey. But I think that that's a really important thing, and forgiveness is a big issue. And so I'll definitely check out those books. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, if any of you are wondering, I'm looking in the chat, and people are talking about the podcast with Shane. Since Shane's podcast is through Fullscreen, just like Grace's and Anna Akana's, and I think there's another person that does their podcast through Fullscreen. Thanks, Holly Heart Trending. Here Trending? Heart Trending? Heart Ending? I don't know. I always say I'm wrong, and so I'm trying different things now, Sean. But anyways, it came out this Friday on the Fullscreen app. And so if you are a subscriber, I believe, through Fullscreen, you can watch it and listen to it now. However, if you aren't a member of Fullscreen or don't have the Fullscreen app or not a subscriber of that, then you can watch it this coming Friday. It will be available on iTunes, SoundCloud, blah, 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 yada, yada. You get the picture. Okay? So, 27,000 likes, you guys. So a lot of you are asking how long I'm going to be live streaming, and I'm going to be live streaming for an hour and a half. So we've got just over an hour left. But anyway, so if you were curious about the podcast, thanks, Leticia. And I hope that you guys like the podcast. I thought it was really hilarious and fun and also educational. And I posted a little clip, a little preview, but it cut off the very end where I'm like, wow, you guys are really terrible at this. And that was my zinger, and it was really funny, I thought. Anyways, thanks for all the likes, Carly. Woo, woo. She's making it rain. I know Shane is awesome. Thanks, Tony Perkins. Oh, good, Jennifer, you liked it? Yay! So I'm hopeful that I get to come back on because I gave them homework. If you've listened to it, you know what I'm talking about, but no spoilers. Let's get into some more guests. How's that sound? Shashari, you want to be on? Let's have Shashari on. Boop, 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 boo. Oh, they come out on Mondays. Oh, so it comes out on Friday and then Monday. Interesting, sheepishness. They only told me about the Friday. Hi, Shashari. Hello? Be our guest. Be our guest. Are you there?
Nope.
Nope. Shashari. Okie dokie. And Wascally, I love the be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Okay, Miranda, are you ready?
I think Miranda's a new...
Miranda's a new subscriber.
Yeah,
I saw it.
She's blowing up the thumbs up button.
Uh-huh. Let's see Miranda. Let's see what she's up to today. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Sean's on the cowbell. Let's see if we can connect. Sometimes it takes a minute. Be our guest. You guys, I'm super excited about Beating the Beast. Anybody else? Anybody else? Have you seen the previews? What? Cannot wait.
Not working.
I don't know. It just says connecting.
Sadie's like, cowbell, more cowbell.
I know. Oh my god.
Out of curiosity, we should ask people if they like longer answers or shorter answers.
Oh yeah. Do you guys like longer answers that I give, or do you like it when I'm short and to the point and we fly through them? Let me know.
One for short answer. Say maybe if they type it. One for short answers.
Oh, thanks, Blue-Eyed Tara. Dab with the cowbell. Pew. Okay. Oh, see, I did it. Pew. I can't.
Oh wait, that's something people should be capturing.
Longer, longer, longer. Short and sweet. Longer, longer, short, longer. Depends.
Jeez.
Pew pew. Okay. Oh, and the let the good times roll come from? Oh, the let the good times roll is like, it's kind of a joke because we said control the scroll and let the good times roll. And isn't that a song, the let the good times roll? Not the control the scroll part, obviously. But isn't that an old song? It comes from a Louisiana saying, Sadie Girl says. I think
it's French. Laissez les bons temps rouler.
What?
Yeah.
That's not a French thing. Like
it is, and they say it in New Orleans.
Oh, the Louisiana thing.
Yeah.
I see what Sean's saying. I was like, I'm talking about it in English. But yes, French. Sadie says you're correct.
Hey,
so I guess that's where it comes from. But anyway, it's always, I don't know, it's just like a saying. It's something I feel like, I don't know, we just adopted. Okay, Amy S. says, how do you control anxiety about going back to work? I just want to ring in sick tomorrow. I think a lot of it, oh, sheepishness is speaking the French. Pee break already. We've only been going for 30 minutes. So I think the anxiety component is a lot of ruminating thoughts and letting it like sit and think about it, worry about it, letting it go. And like I talked about when I was on with sheepishness, managing anxiety as a whole, I think we have to find ways to calm our system down and to stop that cycle of the thoughts just like spinning faster. And so I would encourage you to, figure out what calms you down. Is it repetitive, like the repetitive things like coloring, knitting, any kind of thing like that? Is it yoga? Is it meditation? Is it breathing? Is it progressive relaxation? What are the things that help calm you down? It could be scents, like putting like lavender on and smelling it. It could be anything like that. Or what things calm you down? And it can't be a video game. Like video games, honestly, make people more anxious, they find. And it's because we need like tangible touch. Ooh, love yourself. There's a new subscriber. Woo. But yeah, find out what calms you down, Amy, and give it a go and spend some time today doing that, because we can't just push through and be like, well, we're just going to go to work and we'll figure it out. We have to take care of ourselves and figure out what's really making us feel so anxious and making those ruminating thoughts continue. We need to start calming that down. I think that will help, okay? Yeah, smells help. Smells, honestly, can really help. For energy, I like a eucalyptus or a mint type smell. And then for calming, it's like lavender, things like that. Thanks, Jalen. 30,000 likes, you guys. Woo. Maureen, we have tips for feeling fat. Don't listen to that eating disorder voice. It's full of shit. It's telling you lies. You have to talk back to it. Fat's not a feeling is what I used to tell my clients, and they'd be like, because it's not. It's not a feeling. I think it's about the thoughts that you're letting sit in your brain and bother you. And so instead, I encourage you, 5 things you love about yourself, and go. That would be my challenge. Thanks, Tony Perkins. Yep, Holly Butterfly knows what's up. Okay. Edie voice is negative and nasty. Okay, Junie Junebug says, help with flashbacks and nightmares. Unfortunately, the problem with flashbacks and nightmares is that the way to make them go away, like if we want the, like, how do we fix it? Thanks, Jaylyn. They love it, Katarina. You love that face. It's the truth. It's the truth. But it's hard when we're working through trauma. That's when they can get worse. And processing through the trauma is actually the only way to make them fully go away, is when we work through it. But things that you can do in the meantime to help out with that are some grounding techniques. I would encourage you to rewatch the videos I have with Alexa where we talk about grounding techniques and creating the resiliency box. It's all in that one video. I would watch it and think of ways that you can put that together for yourself, because that can really help pull you out of it and give you some tools and techniques to keep you out of it and to help you feel safe and come back down. So check out that video and let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks, Crystal. Woo, woo, woo. Process through them how? In therapy, whether it's through working with a specific trauma therapist doing EMDR, or Eloise, you'll have to put it in there again, and then Sean can look for it and keep it for me. It just, the chat is hard to control.
Yeah.
Thanks, Miranda. Woo woo. I tried to guest. If you want to try to guest again, get back in the queue. I'll try to bring you in again. But processing it through with a therapist, a trauma specialist preferably, but that could be anything from EMDR, it could be exposure therapy, depends on what your struggle is, but it could be talk therapy. Talking through a trauma can sometimes help our brain, give us the time to process it and move forward, but that's what I meant when I said process through it. Am I coming to Germany? I think I am, Serena, but I don't know exactly where yet. But I'll keep you posted, okay? I'm thinking maybe Hamburg. Sean and I, that's one of our goals this week, is to solidify our European destinations. Thanks, Elizabeth B. and Amy S. Woo, woo. Okay. Come to Berlin. I will try. I will see. Okay. Bridget's asking how to not feel like a failure when treatment's almost over and I feel like I've wasted my time. Bridget, I think that this is really common, and it's something that, to be truthful, a lot of people struggle. Oh, before you leave in June, it'd be in April. That's when I'm coming to to Europe. So I'll be in Amsterdam and Germany in April. So it'll be before you leave. Okay, what was the question now? I forgot. I'm sorry. This happens to me sometimes. Do you remember what it is, you guys? Oh, failure. When treatment's almost over and I feel like I wasted my time. Got it. So, ooh, Holly, we got a new Patreon patron. Woo, woo, woo. Ding-ling-ling-ling-ling. That's the cowbell. I need my own soundboard.
That's right.
So I'd love to come to Ireland, Denise, but I don't think it'll be on this particular trip because we only have 2 weeks, and 1 week is like Amsterdam and VidCon. So yeah, there's that. But the thing about treatment and feeling like you need more and it's a waste is that it's a process. It's not perfection, right? That's what we say. That's our thing. And the reason everyone's going to need a different amount of care and a different amount of treatment. And I've had clients that have been in treatment like 10, some 15 times. And obviously I'm giving you like the people I know who've been in treatment the most, like the highest number of times, just to give you some perspective, because that wasn't just one client that I saw. That was multiple clients who'd been in treatment that many times. So don't feel like it's one and done, like you're supposed to go in and get better. Thanks, Daisy Blue. Woo, woo, woo. And so I think that it's important for us to know, thanks, Karen, for the likes. I think it's important to know that that's how treatment is. Everyone's going to be different. And I think that a lot of it has to do with our ability, like being ready to work on this stuff. Because I think sometimes we need like a primer, like just going in to get some help. It like all of a sudden we're like, wow, I didn't even realize I did that. Or, oh, I didn't even know that that was what was going on. And that can take a while. So just know that it can take, see, and Palm Tree Beach saying, I've had friends who've gone to 10 times treatment. So just knowing that it's not supposed to be one and done, I think can maybe allow you to just embrace the process because it's going to be different for everybody. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for people. Is there a question?
Number 40.
Oh, I'm invisible. Are you ready? And then Jory, you're up next.
And then you got Miranda. She's back in.
Oh, is Miranda back in? We want to try again?
And Sophie and Lucy.
Okay.
Everyone's here today.
Everybody be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service. Hi. How's it going?
It's okay. How are you?
Good, good. Sean's got the cowbell going for you.
Okay, I kind of have a question about something. I've asked my counselor about it, but she couldn't really give me a straightforward answer, and it's still bugging me.
Okay, what's up?
Well, basically, my brother's quite abusive towards me. Like he just mentally kind of wants me to believe that I'm basically not meant to be here, and
Oh, sorry.
since he moved away to a different country, I thought it'd be fine and he wouldn't have an effect on me, but my parents keep like Skyping him and forcing me to be in the room, and like he always picks on something straight away, and they don't really try to defend me or anything, and I just don't know how to manage it so that his words don't hurt me and affect me.
It's really hard. I'm sorry that you don't have support, from your family. That really, really sucks. We got a new subscriber, Tori. I think my advice would be a couple of things. A lot of it is going to be work on your own because we can't control them, how they respond, what they say, what they do. I would let your therapist know, like keep bringing it up and tell her that I'd really like to work on my own confidence and building up my own self, like sense of self. Because I find that the best way, I think of it like putting on armor, like emotional armor, is like as we start to talk more positively to ourselves, like I'd be really aware of what you say, what they do. I'd be really aware of like what you say to yourself and like how you talk to yourself. And I would encourage you already, like now before your next session, like each night, start with like 3 things that you like about yourself. Like I'm kind, I have good friends, or, whatever it is. I'm a hard worker. It could be any number of things. I'd start talking to yourself that way because by putting on that emotional armor and building yourself up, you'll be better able to deal with it. And I would obviously minimize the amount of time you spend as much as possible, but we're already kind of doing that. So, that would be kind of my advice.
Okay. Yeah, no, for me, it's the only thing is that my parents kind of think that it's my fault that a relationship is really bad and they're trying to make me fix it. But I'm kind of just trying to stay away from him, and I'm not wanting to tell my parents why it is I'm doing it because I feel like they would try to fix it for me. So
yeah,
but anyway, thank you.
Yeah, and
I
think for parents, that'll be like a second stage. I think the most important right now is for you to stop feeling like you don't have any control and like help you feel more in control and safer and just feel better about yourself. Because even though I think you can work with your therapist to come up with ways to talk to your parents about it again and to like practice. I think that being confident is like the first thing I want you to do. And then we can try to talk to them again. And know that it sucks, but we can't force them to understand or want to understand. We can just take care of ourselves and do the best we can and support be around other people that are supportive, like good friends and things like that, to make sure that you're not alone and that you have people who believe you and support you, and just take it from there. But that would be my first thing to work on, would be like your self-confidence. And I have a video about, just type in Kati Morton respect. It talks about like building that kind of stuff and how to teach people to treat you properly. And that's kind of part of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, keep us posted. I'm sorry you're going through that, but it can get better.
Okay.
We'll get you armed up so you feel a little bit better.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye. Good to see you. Oh, of course, Bridget. I'm glad that I can help. 100 subs. I know sheepishness, Woo woo. And thanks Holly Heart Trending for all of the bars.
Wait, you just hit 100 subscribers?
Yeah, we have 100 subscribers.
That's awesome. You know what? Those people are helping to support mental health. I think that's just really cool.
Super cool. Civ, you can take a pee break. I peed before. I preemptively peed. Thanks, Jalen. So that I can drink my water. I'm actually not drinking any coffee because I already have my coffee because I got up early because I've been super productive.
Number 38.
100 subs karaoke. Yes, Lucy B. I will karaoke whatever song you want. Thanks, Terry M. Just got back from Costco. Costco in LA, you guys, gives me so... It just stresses me out is really what it does. I literally cannot deal. There's only one in the whole like west side of Los Angeles. I don't even know if there's one on the east side, possibly. But the only other close one's all the way in the valley. And so to go on the weekend is like literally you have to like fight for a parking spot. Thanks, Jalen. You were all over the likes today. Whoop whoop. Yeah, it's so busy. I like can't deal. So we actually don't even have a Costco card anymore. I like use my mom's online sometimes. So sneaky sneak if I need something. Okay. Okay, Emily, thanks for asking your question again. She's asked for tips on dealing with travel anxiety. A lot of the issues with travel is that it feels there's a lot of unknown and a lot of things. Oh, Denise was signed posters. I could try to talk to DFTBA and sign the next group of them. Maybe the next thing that we do signed ones. I'll talk to them and see. But for right now, the ones that they have are not signed. They look just like over this shoulder.
If someone gets their poster and puts it in a tube and sends it to you and has it's expensive. But if they really wanted it,
well, it's expensive for both.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like then, it's really not worth it. I don't think.
Not for a signature.
Yeah.
You just do a shout out.
I could just give you a shout out. Just tag me in them. Let me know. But you could bring your poster to VidCon. Any of the VidCons, and I will gladly sign them. You can bring any kind of thing, and I will sign it. But yeah, I'll talk to DFTBA and see if I can sign a group of them, and then those will be up. Oh, Daisy Blue, we got a new subscriber. Woo, woo, woo.
101.
So with travel anxiety, the best thing we can do is, plan ahead. That's the most important. We need to talk to our therapist or our friends or family or whatever, and even talk to ourselves and plan out what we need and what's going to happen and like running through scenarios, almost like exposure therapy. Thanks, Bethany A.
Oh, and Holly Heart Trending when you were in your last one, 1,000.
And thanks, Holly Heart Trending. Woo, woo. And yes, you can buy the posters at VidCon, and you can bring it to the meetup, and then I could sign it. But I think a lot of it is planning and doing the type of, like, watch my video about exposure therapy because it's kind of like walking yourself into a scenario in your mind and envisioning what could happen, and it helps you better prepare. Because then, the second part of it would be practicing your relaxation techniques. I feel like I need a whole video just called Relaxation Techniques. Oh, good, Carrie. I'm so glad you liked it. And Sheepishness, she loves the design. Woo, woo. Anyway, so then practicing relaxation techniques. And so that way, when you go to travel, we've already thought about all the scenarios and walked through them. And we have some relaxation techniques that help you calm down and calm your system down. And that way, we'll be okay. We know we're going to be okay. Because a lot of the anxiety about traveling is just the unknown. And then we spin in it and we worry and what if and what if. And the truth is, it's going to be okay. It just is something that we don't do that often, and it can be, a little nerve-wracking, but if we prepare ahead, you'll be okay. Let me know if that helps. And for any of you who have some, ideas about things a video on relaxation techniques, definitely, I can do that, and it'll be...
And there is one already,
There are bunches of them. I have some breathing techniques, I have some yoga stretches, I have some things, that I've done already. So anyway, it's just something that you can totally prepare for and you can be okay. It just makes us nervous at first. Okay? Faye asks, hey Katie, I have anxiety and an eating disorder. Plus, this with college is making my life unbearable. I don't want to talk to teachers anymore. I feel like a burden. I don't know what to do. Talk to your school counselors. If you have counseling, because it says college, they have like some kind of health center. You can get therapy for free. That's how I was in therapy all through college and grad school. Ooh, gazoo! Gazoo! New subscriber. Gazoo. I know, I love it.
From the Flintstones.
Is that what it is? I'm like, what cartoon is that? I forget. So, whoop whoop. I would talk to them and get some support. And truthfully, if you're feeling like your life is unmanageable right now, then it might be a time to take a break from school. I know that that's really stressful. I know not everybody wants to do it, but your health and mental health are way more important than staying in school for a certain number of time and graduating by a certain time. We have to do what's best for us. Thanks, Sadie girl. Whoop, whoop. So I think that would be my advice for that, would be to talk to them, to get some extra support. And if that's still not enough and you're still feeling like shit, like you can't keep up with school and it's overwhelming, Jalen, you are all over the likes today, girl. Then that means you might need to take a break. Thanks, Tony Perkins. And it's okay to take a break from school. And I have videos about that too. You can look them up. Okay. Oh, Eloise, Sean's got the question. Thanks, Tony Perkins. The question is, I've been having suicidal thoughts for quite a while now. I told my therapist, but he just brushed it off. What do I do?
Get a new therapist.
Yeah, that therapist sounds terrible. Because that's something that, in all truth, like just to get real talk with Katie time. As a therapist, thanks, Melinda. Melinda's here. Woo-hoo. If your therapist brushes off suicidal thoughts, that's bullshit, because as a therapist, that's like the one thing I fear the most. Because if I have a client who kills themselves, I am the first person that they call to wonder what the hell happened and how did I not prevent it and what did I do. They're going to want to know my steps that I took to keep you safe, because that's a main thing that I'm accountable for. So the fact that you mentioned it and they brushed it off means that they're kind of shitty, and I would probably I would talk to them about it because it's bullshit, and say, hey, that was really upsetting. I reached out to you because, I am struggling with suicidal thoughts, and can we put together a safety plan? Hey, you can be totally proactive, because that's what I would do first. That would be my first order of business with you if you were my client. And so I know it is a woot-a-thon today. Can't help it, Wascally. So thanks, Jalen. Woo, woo, woo. That's what I would say. Just be fucking straight, because that's just terrible. Oh, I can't get a new one. NHS is stupid. I would file a complaint.
There's a lot of online resources. I think that's step 2, right?
Then Sean is a therapist today. He's reaching out. Oh, we're high-fiving, but you can't see, but it's the back scratcher. Carrie, he loves that thing. Sweet mother. Anyways, so then I would reach out to 7 Cups of Tea and get some extra support. I would talk on, maybe get on a suicide hotline or a chat line online. There's tons of those. If any of you know of good resources that work in the UK, because I know that in the States it can be different. Like I know that Crisis Text Line is only available in the States, although they're expanding, but not yet. Let us know in the chat so that Eloise doesn't feel like she's alone, because you're not alone. I would see if you can file a complaint, because I think that that's terrible. I would be more adamant in your next session about the suicidal thoughts and say, I'd really like to create a safety plan. And then I would get some more resources online. Okay? That would be my advice.
And you have a page on your website for helplines as well.
Yes, exactly. Thanks, Sammy Lawrence. Hey. So yeah, anyways, I do have a whole page on my website, like Sean said, with all the resources for different hotlines across the globe. And if you see one on there that is incorrect, let us know. You can tweet to me. You can let Carly know in the chat, and we can update them because I know that they change from time to time. Okay? I know, it is terrible. The NHS can be so terrible. Oh, and Marjorie, who is in the chat right now, we have a video that'll be coming out really soon about the NHS system, and I think that'll be really helpful for you. She shares a lot of her, oh, nice. Thanks, Chloe. She said it gets better. Of course, Eloise. And so Marjorie shares how she got the support that she needs in working that system. Because I did one with Jaden where he shared all the things that he's done to get SSI and everything and what that process is like. I think it's really powerful for us to know how it works. Thanks, Holly Heart Trendy. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, let's guess.
And take a deep breath, and we relax.
Let's see. Woo, woo. Miranda, we want to try again? Let's give Miranda one more shot. Smash that like button. Exactly, Jalen. Smash that like button. Oh yeah, and Carrie does have Carrie's sharing her experience. She has a therapist that she's seen. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. We've got quite the echo.
Yeah, it's like
It's a lot of Katie back to back. Miranda, what happened? Well, try. Let me know if you want to try again. Okay, let's give Sophie Joe Sophie Joe. Do, do, do. Okay, and then I'll answer some more questions in the chat. I know the echo was like, Katie, Katie, hey, da, 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 like fading away slowly. Hi. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I wasn't expecting this one to nervous.
Oh, we're frozen. Do you guys hear her?
It's choppy chop.
Are we? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, you're back.
Is she a zebra?
Yeah, I like your onesie.
Thank you. What my question is, God, I've gotten really nervous.
That's okay.
Is it okay to get yourself signed off from work if you've if like I go into work and after a couple of hours I am like absolutely worn out.
Yeah.
And I can't function very well for the rest of the day.
So is it okay to like take a break from work? Like go take some time off? Of course it is. I think so for any of you, because it is a little choppy, but I can hear you, don't worry, Sophie. I'm just going to let them know. So the question is that after a couple of hours, Sophie's feeling really worn out. And so is it okay to get signed off from work? Like if we're feeling overwhelmed or if we're too tired or we can't. And I think that that's the same. I apply like when I talk about school and taking a break from school, I think work is exactly the same. If we find it to be too much, whether that means that we're too exhausted. Like if you struggle from an eating disorder, it can be really exhausting to be on your feet all day. And I've had clients who struggled in recovery because their job was so physical, especially like nurses, waitresses, things like that. And I also, on the flip side, like if it's anxiety and you have panic attacks at work, whatever it is that makes work unbearable, it's completely okay to put your health first. Because if we can't, whether it's health or mental health, I hold them in the same regard. And if we can't do the job and it's overwhelming, we need to let them know we need to take a break. And there's no shame in that because truthfully, I mean, we're not at our 100% when we're at work anyway. So we can feel totally terrible and we're not actually, able to do our job. And of course, they might be disappointed, but they can't fire you for that because that would be, it's like against, and in the States, it's called the Disabilities Act that like holds our rights so that we can't be discriminated against, due to mental illness. Yeah, take a break, Sophie. It's okay.
I feel really bad for it.
I know. A lot of my clients have trouble with that too because of like the guilt or embarrassment or whatever comes along with it. But just think like that you're not really able to do your job right now. You're like wiped, right? So by taking a break.
Yeah. I am wiped out. I've been in bed all day.
Yeah. And so just know that it's okay to take a break. Take the time because then you're able to come back and actually do your job because I don't expect you to do it right now because I know you're working on a lot of stuff and it's a lot in general. So give yourself that time to heal so that you can do your job.
Okay.
Keep me posted. Let me know.
I'm going to go now because I'm...
Okay. Good to see you.
And you. Thank you.
Of course, Sophie Joe. Okay, it was a little choppy. I hope you guys were able to hear that. But I think it's important for us to put our health and mental health first. We can't do work and we can't do other things, if we can't, if we don't have the energy, if we're not doing well. Okay. I don't know, how do you send an on-screen question? I think you hit your little picture. Isn't that right, Sean? You hit your little picture in the chat.
Yep. There's a chat box right there.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to use chat.
No, but she put it into chat, but she wants to come on the screen.
Oh, I think you have to click in the thing.
So you put your text in.
Are they a subscriber?
You have to be a subscriber.
And then
slide the tree. Chloe says slide the tree.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, and you have to be a subscriber for it to go on the screen. Okay. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Rachel, are you ready? We're going to have another guest, and then I'm going to answer some questions in the chat. Okay?
Slide the tree.
Slide the tree. No sour cream coffee today. No, Susanna.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Rachel?
I'm good. How are you, Katie?
Good, good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So what's up? What's going on?
Sorry.
That's okay.
My question is, so I'm a senior in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just live only with my dad, and there's a lot of stuff senior year that is really hard not having a mom in my life.
Yeah.
Just like with prom and graduation and so a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I have a therapist and I've talked about it with her and I've told her how hard it is and everything, and she's, we're talking about it, and we're trying to work on it, but I don't know, there's nothing really that's made it feel better.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if you had any tips, because I just see like all of my friends, like they get to go prom dress shopping with their moms, and they, I don't know, just mom moments that I don't get to have, and it's really hard.
It is hard. It's hard losing a parent. Like, is your mom, did she pass away or they
Oh,
divorced and she can't be in your
she's
life?
alive, and she was just really abusive.
Yeah. So it's not safe
Yeah,
to
she was. Yeah, so it's not safe for me to live with her, and it's hard because she still keeps trying to like get back into my life, and I so there's just like a lot of stuff that is like
Yeah. And I
yeah.
think there's a couple things. The first is that book that I talk about, The Emotionally Absent Mother. It doesn't
Yeah.
pertain specifically to abuse itself, but I think a lot of what you're feeling now is like not having her when you wish you could. And so I would encourage you to get that book and have your like even leave it with your therapist for a couple weeks and be like, could you look through this? I'd really like to work on this, because I think probably, and I'm just guessing, but based on, what you're telling me, I think that what's really missing is the chance to grieve it, the loss,
Yeah.
because a lot of times when we're in abusive situations, it's just survival. And we're like, we just need to get through this. I need to get out, and then once we're out, it takes us a while to even like calm down enough to be like, wow, it sucks that I don't have a mom. Like, cause she can't be the mom that I need. And I think
Yeah.
that's an important step, and that could be writing her letters that you don't send, just for you to get it out. But letting yourself cry about it. Like the letters, I would encourage you to include the things you wish she could be a part of, like the things you're seeing now. Like, I see moms doing this with their daughters, and I wish that I could have that, you know. And hopefully you can have some conversation with your dad about it a little, because I think uh, it could be important for both of you to talk about, because I'm sure there are things that he's sad about too. But yeah, give yourself time, because it's like you lost a parent. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that,
how it feels.
yeah, and you can grieve it in the same way. Grief isn't just when someone passes away. Grief is like when we wanted something to be there and they can't. And so we grieve the loss of that. And so give yourself time. And I think the writing letters might really work. That's something that's been helpful for a lot of my clients. And I even did that with losing my dad, like writing letters of the things I was sad he missed, like my wedding and stuff, and, crying about it and being okay crying about it. But give that a try and pick up that book, The Emotionally Absent Mother. I think it could be really
Yeah, I
helpful.
just bought it actually. It just
Oh,
came
good.
2 days ago, so it's good
Awesome. Yeah.
timing.
It's perfect timing. Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you want, you could tell your therapist to buy one or bring it in for her or something, because
Yeah.
it's really best working together, because she can like help you with the pacing.
Yeah.
Because it can be really overwhelming, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah.
But
And then I just have one more question. Is that okay?
yeah, of course. What's up?
Okay. So, I've just noticed that like I cry really easily. And I know that that is like something that is like a symptom of depression, and but I don't really feel depressed. But it's more like, oh my gosh, like at school, like I'll get a bad grade on a paper and I'll just cry instantly, or someone will say something mean and I'll cry instantly. But I guess like other people don't cry so easily. But I'll also cry at good things, like I don't know, just like someone will say something nice and I'll cry because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
and I'll cry. And it's embarrassing because I can't just be crying all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. And I can stop it, like, fast, but I just don't know, like, is that something that is depression, or I don't know, like, or I don't know. Yeah.
It can be part of depression, definitely, but not for everybody. And the fact that you don't feel depressed makes me think that it might be because being tearful easily can be a symptom of feeling overwhelmed. And I think that's something that people don't think about a lot is when we feel maxed out as a whole, like, and I would guess that the stuff like coming up with your mom has kind of been a lot.
Yes.
And so you're tearful. You're tearful about good and bad things because emotionally you're like, it's your max. And that's something that that's how I respond to like feeling maxed out. I cry easily. Even when I'm not sad or not upset, I just can cry. Like I'm talking about something, I'm like, woo, and I think that might be what you're feeling because it's okay, because it makes sense that you're overwhelmed.
Okay.
You're in high school, you're dealing with all this stuff with your mom. Like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So know that it's okay. And I would use time in therapy to just cry it out sometimes because that can feel good. And then you're kind of dumping. But I think the writing letters and allowing yourself to cry, you're like setting aside time aside to do that. Yeah. I think you'll find it coming up less and less in your life. But let me know. Keep us posted.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, because we're kind of like our cup is full, and then in a little drop, we're like, whoa, we can't hold it.
Yeah.
So it's very normal, though. Don't worry. It's just we got to find ways to let it out so you don't feel like you're in class and you're like, oh my god, keep it together,
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, keep us posted, Rachel. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Perfect timing that she just got that book. I think that book is so great, you guys, and I'm sure there are tons of good books. It's on my list to look into Brené Brown's books. It's funny that Sarah, I think it was Sarah, brought hers up. Oh, bye, Eloise. Gotta go. Thanks, Sophie Joe. Woo, woo, woo. So, anyways, yeah, it's normal to feel really tearful if we're feeling. Oh, Nancy Day, and I think we got another subscriber when I was talking with Rachel. Leaf
Bread.
Leaf Bread. Good new subscriber.
Everyone's in the queue too. It's good.
Woo woo. Yeah, the marble jar. Yeah, totally, Waskley. I completely agree. And so one of my goals is to get some more of her books. So many new subs today. Yes, woo woo. Oh, bye, Charlotte. I'm glad you were able to come on and hang out for a bit. Okay. And what can you do? So Maureen's asking what we can do when we're not able to cry. And maybe I'm talking kind of loud. My voice is kind of hurting. Thanks, Holly. Woo woo. When we're not able to cry, a lot of times I think it's protective, and it can be because in the same way that some of us, when we feel overwhelmed, cry easily, some of us, when we feel overwhelmed, can't cry at all. And I honestly think that it's in the same way that Alexa talks about how fight or flight at the top, right? We want to run away, we want to do that. I think of that, I envision that as like when we cry easily. We go into fight, flight. We go into that high zone where we cry. But some of us go into the freeze where we can't. And I think a lot of that has to do with us building up our resiliency and our, some of our like resiliency boxes, grounding techniques, things that we can do to kind of calm our system down and processing through the stuff that's pushing us into the freeze zone. Like I was talking to Rachel, like just writing out those letters to her mom, things that she's going to miss and things she's upset about and all of that stuff kind of helps bring us into that middle resiliency zone. So we're kind of expressing the things, to help us get back out of that zone. Yeah, and I'm so glad, Maureen, because I think that's really a normal response, and in the same way, like people are really tearful, other people can't cry at all. So processing through some of that stuff and having an outlet to express all that you're feeling can pull us back into kind of the normal zone where we cry when we're upset or something's really exciting, we might cry, but in the normal day-to-day, we're not that tearful, okay? Let's have another guest. Be a guest, be a guest. Okie dokie. I told Jory that Jory could be on, so we're going to put Jory on next. Hey, 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 hey. Let's see. Jory's been around for a long time. I'm excited to see her, actually. I haven't seen her, I don't think, ever in real life. Hi, Jory.
No, hi.
I don't think
How
we've been able to guest you. I am good. How are you?
I'm doing. Thank you, Sean.
Sean's got the cowbell going for you.
That's very. Thank you. I like it. I like. Hey, my question was, my mom was abusive when I, and then I married an abusive husband. I married you for 20 years, so it's kind of been a lifetime of that. And now I just kind of, my husband, and I'm living on my own, and
I'm proud of you. Yay.
An intensive outpatient program, and thanks. And but it's like having concentrated so intensely with my mom and then my husband life.
Yeah.
I don't know who I am, and and my psychiatrist was like, it seems like you struggle so hard to be the not be a bad patient, not be a bad wife, try to be a good daughter, be a good patient, be a good Catholic, all that stuff. And I thought, you know what, he's, but I don't know how to go about doing that.
I think it's kind of choppy, and I hear you, but I'm going to tell people what your question was so they.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's just the connection. You're fine. Don't worry. So the question, you guys, is Jory saying that she was in her mother was abusive growing up, and then she was in an abusive marriage for many years, and now is recently for 20 some years, right? And now is living on her own and in therapy and trying to work through it, and it's hard. Her therapist was saying that she feels like Jory's always trying to be the perfect client, the perfect wife, the perfect something. And Jory was asking, like, I don't even know who I am. Like, how do I even come around to figure this out? Am I right, Jory? Am I capturing what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that's it exactly.
Yeah. And I think that it's really common when we're in abusive situations to try to not escalate it, right? So we walk on eggshells a lot because we're worried that something's going to happen. And was always this buildup, right? It's like the abuse cycle. If any of you don't know, it's like their abuse cycle where they'll have an event. So something will happen, and then there'll be like this honeymoon period where they're like, I love you, nothing will ever happen like this again. And then it's like tension building where we kind of go back up. And so a lot of our life is spent, like anxiety is just so high because we worry, like we want to do everything just right? And so it's going to take some time, but it can get better. Don't worry, Jory. I think the thing about it is you recognizing that you're still feeling like you're in that tension building like experience, relationship, because that's all you've known. And I think something that might be helpful is figuring out, I would encourage you to start with small things like food, how food's prepared. I would encourage you to consider what you like. How do you like things? And I don't know what your experiences are with like beef, but usually it's like, well, I cook it this way because that's the way he likes it. And if I don't do it that way, it can be a big deal. Or like folding clothes a certain way, or keeping house a certain way. So I would encourage you to do things a little rebellious. See how it feels, and then talk to your therapist about it and find ways to kind of calm down, because it's very normal. It just takes us a while, and that sounds so silly. Those sound like such small things, but it helps us kind of figure out, what do we really like? Because we can't go to like, who am I? What do I want? That's too much. But we can start with small things like, how do I like this prepared? Do I even like fish? Maybe I don't. Do I even like, whatever it is. I'm just giving examples. Do I even like coffee? I don't know. Take some time and start with small things. Like maybe buy a different type of product you normally wouldn't. Well, I like this type of lotion. Maybe I like coconut smell and they didn't like coconut smell. I don't know. But start with those things and see what you like. See what you don't like. Because now you're on your own. You don't
I
have
like
to
that. I like that. That's great.
yeah. And let me know, like talk to your therapist about it. And it can feel kind of freeing. And I'd encourage you to even be childlike with it because it's been your whole life. So if there's something you wanted as a kid you never got, go find it. I think stuff like that can feel really healing. And it's easier to do than like, who am I? That's overwhelming.
So much support in the chat
So
about this.
yeah, keep me posted though. Let me know if that helps. Like tweet to me or whatever and let me know. Of course, happy to help. It's so
Thank you so much.
Of course. I'm glad we got to do this.
So
I feel like I've known you forever.
Alrighty.
Okay. See you soon, Jory.
I feel the same way.
I know.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I think for a lot of us it can be really hard, to figure out who we are. And it seems like even as a teen becoming an adult, right? If we're in transitional times in our life and people are like, well, you have to figure out who you are. How are we supposed to do that? We just have to learn through experience, through trial and error. So I hope that was helpful for you guys as well. And I'm glad I got to see Jory. It's fun when I've known you guys and seen your names forever. And then I'm like, ooh, thanks, Alana? Alana? Elena? Aliana?
And Alice V as well.
And Alice V? Thank you. Of course, Jory, I'm glad you're able to be on. But it's so cool when I've known you guys for a long time and, and then I get to see you kind of in real life. It's super cool. Okie dokie. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Jalen. Oh, Jalen is all up on it. Okay, you guys. Okay, Tori, are you ready? Oh, and Chloe, we can try to guest again if you want. Of course. 45,000 likes, you guys. We've only got 15 more minutes, so if we want me to karaoke, we better get on it. Yeah, guest. Hi, Tori.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm so happy to be guested. I've been watching you for a long time, and it really means a lot to me.
Oh, yay, good. What was the first video you saw? Sean wants to know.
Say that again?
What was the first video you saw?
Oh, goodness. I feel like I've watched all of them multiple times. Probably the ones relating to depression, because that's something that I've been struggling with for a while. And, of course, anxiety ones and just kind of different coping skill ones that have been super helpful for me before I started seeing a professional.
Good. I'm glad you found me. So what's going on today? And you must have dogs.
Yes, can you hear them?
I know, I love it.
I have 4 dogs. I have too many.
Ooh. I'm so jealous.
But they're lovely. My main question, because I finally have caught you on a live stream when I'm available. So my question for today is that recently I've started to notice that certain situations while I'm out in public, because I used to and kind of still do struggle with social anxiety quite a bit, but after going inpatient for a while and getting a lot of exposure therapy kind of stuff, I had it under control in comparison to some other things relating to depression. But recently I've found myself in situations, especially relating to being confronted in public by men, or the other day I got followed around at a store and it made me really uncomfortable. And then that same day, a man at a bar that I was just standing near just while I was trying to leave a restaurant started talking to me, and it made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I had such a negative reaction to those things whenever other people might have just been you know what, just fuck those guys, they're just dumb. But it made me very emotional, and it kind of made me paranoid for the rest of the day. And so that just made me realize that there are some things that I thought I had processed through that I have to work on. So I'm just curious what your thoughts are about that.
I think that's very normal. Ooh, we have an echo, Tori. Do you mind if I drop you out?
That's fine. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Good to see you.
See you.
Sorry, sometimes we have the echoes and it's hard. Then I feel like I'm hearing myself like back to back times. I think having that response, Tori, is very normal because, and that's honestly, so I'm going to talk about this, but I'll get back to kind of what I was going to say. But I think that that's honestly the test of if we've processed through something well enough. Like if we've gone through, let's say we've done trauma therapy or EMDR, because it sounds like something must have happened to you that was traumatic, especially involving a man, because that seems to be like a trigger for you. And it causes you to, have a really adverse reaction where, you said, like quote unquote, a normal person wouldn't have that kind of reaction. And I think that that's really, really normal. And that just shows you that there is a little bit more work to be done. Don't worry, it doesn't mean that, we're back at square one. That's honestly how we test if things are worked through and processed through. Oftentimes, Alexa was telling me that she'll have clients bring in photos or mementos that would normally be triggers to a memory or an experience, and they'll utilize those types of items as a way to test how they're doing and if it's all better, quote unquote, if we process through it. Especially when she does EMDR, because EMDR, as you know, is like a way to do bilateral stimulation, meaning left and right, to help our brain process through an experience that we've had. I have a video about it if you're confused about what I'm saying and don't know what that means. But Tori, that's really normal. And I would let your therapist know if you're not in therapy now and you thought that, everything had been worked through, I would call your therapist back and make another appointment and say these things have happened. And I think there's still work to be done, but know that it's normal. It's so very normal. It's something that a lot of us go through when we're working through a trauma, and we'll have something happen that we never even thought of being triggering, and it'll trigger us. And so that's just kind of part of the process. And so I would encourage you to reach back out and let your therapist know, or, say it in your next session, and know that it'll go away. We're almost there. This is just one of those things where all of a sudden you're like, wow. And we might also find ourselves more triggered to stuff like that when we're feeling overwhelmed or when we have a lot going on or feel maxed out in any way. That can make us more susceptible as well. But yeah, talk to your therapist and let me know. And if that doesn't fully answer your question, because I know we had to drop you out, Tori, let me know if it doesn't in the chat. And I'll leave. Thanks, Sadie girl. And I'm happy to answer more. And I know that someone has been asking a question about hiding food. And I'd seen it come across the screen, but it was always when I had someone on.
How to Stop Hiding Food by Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget. That was the name. Yeah, so...
Thanks, Jalen.
Thanks, Jalen.
So how do they stop hiding food?
Yeah, you stop hiding food. To be truthful, it's just because your eating disorder is running wild. It's all over your business. It's in your head 24/7. You never have a break. And thanks, Holly. Woo, woo, woo. And so I think that... the truth about it is, and hiding it. Nancy Day is asking, hiding from whom? Usually it's from anybody in our life. We secretly hide it. It could be something that we might want to binge on. It could be something that we're supposed to eat, but we're not. I have clients who, have hid bags and bags of like rotten food. It can be really messy, especially if we chew and spit, if that's part of our eating disorder. But the truth about it is, the way to stop it is to talk about it and be honest about it if we can with our treatment team. If you're not seeing anybody, please see a therapist ASAP, and get a checkup from your regular doctor to make sure that you're doing okay physically. And then I would also encourage you to work with a dietitian, because that's really what I do. I know it is real talk. It is real talk, Sophie Joe. Because that's kind of the treatment team that I put together for my eating disorder patients, because it's so dangerous physically. Obviously, it's a mental illness and we're struggling, but physically it can be really dangerous. And so speak up, reach out, get some support, and then download my free eating disorder workbook. Start talking back to that negative voice. I forget what the first task is, but I think it's the second or third that's the talking back. Talk back to it. Argue back against it, telling it that it's going to be okay, that it's a liar and that you're better than that and you deserve more than that. And the hiding the food urge will slowly go away. Know that there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I know there's a lot of embarrassing things that we do when it comes to self-injury, eating disorders, depression, anxiety, like all sorts of things like that we can feel shame-filled about, but know that it's just all part of the illness. And the sooner we start talking about it, and the sooner we start talking back to those urges and that negative self-talk, the sooner we'll start feeling better. So just hang in there. Know that it will go away. Know that it's very common. I deal with it a lot. Clients will be shocked when I ask them, so how many bags of candy do you have hidden under your bed? And they'll be like, how did you know? So know that it is really common. But yeah, just hang in there, start talking back, and download my free eating disorder workbook. Check it out, okay? Okie dokie. Oh, Kimmy, I'm sorry you're having, she sent me a message saying she's really struggling today. I'm so sorry. I hope that this helps brighten your day a little bit. Oh, recommend agoraphobia workbooks? I don't have any that have actually, honestly, the truth of it is that I'm using this. Ooh, I'm using this book to, for some of my research. There's another one, but I don't have it with me. It's in the other room. For my anxiety workbook. And I know that agoraphobia, it's not specific to it, but it is an anxiety disorder. And I find this workbook to be super helpful. And I know Jennifer has it herself. Yeah, she says, I have that book. She told me she has it. And so I would just encourage you to check it out. And if anybody knows any great agoraphobia workbooks, let us know. But I find this to be really, really helpful. And, oh, you liked the Shane and Friends podcast? I'm glad, Marilyn A. Woo, woo. So anyway, yeah, I think that could really help. Oh, and agoraphobia is when we get afraid of being in situations where we can't escape easily. And I know that sounds really vague, but it's like we're afraid that if we had to get out of a situation, it'll be extremely embarrassing or it'd be really difficult. And we don't want to, embarrass ourselves in any way. And so we get really anxious about it and we can have panic attacks. And it can get so difficult to be in public situations that we will not leave our home sometimes. Oh, you're dealing with moving with agoraphobia right now. That's really hard. I would encourage you to, I would check out this workbook. It's a little more intensive than what going through right now. Something that you can do in the short term is, because I'm really on board with this progressive relaxation stuff, you guys. Of course, Tori, I hope that was helpful. Thanks for guesting. But that I would, smash that like button, Julie says. I would definitely, Jory, someone's asking you who the book is by that you mentioned. Yeah, and it's only about $15, this one. But I would encourage you to get on YouTube, look up some videos about progressive relaxation, find one that works for you, and try that. Hopefully it'll help calm your system. It's something that's super beneficial to me. Oh, bye, Tori. I'm glad you're able to be on. Anyways, I think that it's something super beneficial and can help with the anxiety component of the agoraphobia. And hopefully, yeah, I'm sure it's been a really rough weekend, Leaf Bread. I'm so sorry. It's so difficult, but hopefully that'll make it better. Give it a try. Hop on YouTube right now and, look that up and everything. I think it'll definitely help. And that book can really help. Anyways, the author of my book is Edmund J. Bourne, Bourne. And I believe it's in the widget on the website. The Emotionally Absent Mother is on the website, is in the widget. Thanks, love yourself. Woo woo, and Tony Perkins. So, anyways, yes, Jason Bourne. It is Jason Bourne. Edmund Bourne, his cousin. He had anxiety, so he put together an amazing workbook. Okay. Woo woo. Thanks, Carly, for the likes. You guys, we're almost to 50,000. Okay. Okay. I have the 6th edition. I have the 6th edition. Who knows what the others are like. Bye, Keely. I'm glad you're able to come on today. So yeah, I have the 6th edition. It is on Amazon. I don't know if the 5th, I'm sure the 5th edition is just as good. Oh, Jason Bourne, Amy, that's so funny. Edmund Bourne is the guy. Yay, Leaf Bread. Yeah. Let me know if that's helpful, okay? Okay, let's answer a couple more questions. Okay, Mooney Moni. She says, Katie, please help. Before I was self-injuring, I started starving myself, and then I stopped for a day and I binge eat. I'm stuck in that cycle. So it's kind of like we're going from an eating disorder to self-injury and back and forth and different types. And the truth of it is that that's really, really common. Thanks, Sammy Lawrence. The truth is that it's really normal because those are coping skills, right? Self-injury and eating disorders are just ways for us to kind of numb out. Like, I really wanted to call my book Need to Numb, but people didn't like that as much as I did. So I think that that's the truth about it, is the need to numb. And because we're trying to stop one, they're like a teeter-totter. Ooh, Claire, we just got a new Patreon patron. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Carrie, where's the confetti? Your box is out of reach. I actually brought it out, Carrie, with the confetti still so I could throw it, but I love it. Thanks, Holly.
I'm not turning it off.
So, I think it's really normal to toggle between one and the other because we're literally just finding ways to numb out. And the only way we stop the cycle and break the cycle is by practicing healthy coping skills. And I'm using the term practicing because it's not perfection, right? And it's going to take a lot to overcome those unhealthy ones, the eating and the self-injury. Why that is, I don't know. I think it's some sick, twisted thing in our mind. I don't know why it does that. Thanks, Sadie girl. Woo woo. Smash that like button. I love it, Ava. So I think that, try putting together a list or looking up lists. They have them on Tumblr, like healthy coping skills or distraction techniques. You can look those up. These can be anything from coloring to knitting to calling a friend to going for a walk to going to the pet store and petting dogs. Personal favorite. Taking a bath, taking a shower, painting your nails, putting on a face mask, any number of things that you like to do that make you feel good. Put that down. Write these down. Make a list. Keep that list. Maybe make copies of the list so you have it everywhere you go. And then when you have the urge to use your eating disorder or to use your self-injury, try 5 of them first. I know 5 sounds like a lot, but trust me, try 5 of them first and then maybe wait 30 minutes. That's what I tell my clients. I want you to wait 30 minutes and then you have free reign to do whatever the hell you want. Because I just want you to give it a try. I want you to practice. And then as we do that, we'll learn which distraction techniques or coping skills work for us and which ones don't. Sometimes like journals don't work for my clients. They don't like writing that much. So maybe we try logs. Maybe we try, art, expressing it through art. We can try a bunch of different things. Music. So anyways, try those things. It can take make a list and check it twice. Exactly, Susanna. So that's kind of how it works, and I hope that helps. I know it's really hard. Lauren, yeah, I'll do Patreon questions on a probably live stream next week. This week, I just got away from me. Thanks, Sadie girl. Woo, woo. So I didn't really have as much time to do everything that I wanted to do this week. I think the anxiety workbook is taking a lot of my time, so I'm sorry. I'll get to answering more questions, doing more Patreon stuff, and more everything once that's done, because then I'll feel like it's off of my plate, and then I can like relax a little bit. Good therapy helps me not keep any of my history in the dark. Yeah, I agree, Nancy. I think that is great. I think it's really, that's why therapy is so beneficial, because we get to talk it out. Yes, I am. It's true. It's true. It's true. The funny thing, I think I told you guys this story, 9 to 5. They want the 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. I don't think Sean knows how to beatbox, Nora. I don't know. Sean, do you know how to beatbox? I don't think he does.
No.
We're not the most musically inclined couple. Oh, bye, Carrie. I'll be on next Friday, and just follow me on Twitter, and I'll probably post it on Patreon. I'll try to, post it there. But if anybody knows the story of this shirt, of course, I'm glad I could guest you. I went to their booth, Sean and I did, and we were like super stoked. And I went over there and I was like, it's so nice to meet you. I love what you guys do, blah, blah, blah. And they had no idea who I was. Not that I expect them to know who I was, but I was like, Connor Manning, they like talked to him and knew him and all sorts of other YouTubers. And I was like, no love, what the fuck? So I was like, I want to buy one of your t-shirts. And I bought a little hair tie band thing that I had in my hair yesterday. Anyway, and I was like, check out my channel. I love what you guys do. And then we walk away, and I literally get, of course, Carrie, see you then. Thanks, Nancy Day. Then we walk away, and then I get an email, and they're like, oh my God, we didn't even know your channel, and you have so much stuff. And I was like, yes. Anyway, and so then they sent me another t-shirt, the suicide one that I posted a photo of, like, and so I lived. Remember that? So anyway, so now we know each other. We're well acquainted. But I know them. I like what they do. So anyway, now they know me. Anyway, that was just a funny thing. And I kind of giggled because I was like, how do I know you? And I've been retweeting your stuff. Hello. Anyway, okay. So that's my story.
Yoits!
Yoits! Yoits, it's Brittany Ann. It'll just never get old. Okay. Ooh, I got a new Patreon post by Tony. Hey, Tony. I'll check out later. Skizatipple video. Okay, so the Skizatipple video should be coming out because it's already been filmed. However, Sean was looking at the footage, and I think we lost what was it, a minute of audio?
A video. So there's audio but no video.
There's audio but no video. So we might have to film it again.
Yoits!
Yoits is right. So I'm not 100% sure what the hell happened. I'm sorry. I have it all prepped. I could film it again. I just have to set a film day aside and do it. So I'm not sure what the hell happened. But anyways, yeah, Scooby-Doo would say yoits. He totally would, Carly. So it'll come out. I'm sorry. I should collab with Scooby. Exactly.
We're number 20. What?
We're number 20.
It's still climbing. That's good.
Oh, I wear a medium, Julie. I wear a medium t-shirt. If it's just like a regular, unless it's like a really loose fit, then I guess a small, but I'm usually a medium. Like the ones, the Kenyan ones I sent out, I made myself a medium and it's perfect. I don't know about you. I don't like really fitted things in general. My lifestyle is very cozy oriented. Okay. Of course, Julie. Thanks for asking. Zoinks! Okay. Okay, everybody. How could I collab with Scoob? How can I do that? The real person in real life? Sean apparently has a really good talent for Scooby-Doo voice. Okay, everybody. I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Shaggy actually says yoits. Jory is right. Jory is right. Okay. I love you all. I'll have a video comes out tomorrow, and I will be seeing you here on Friday. I'll let you know what time, but I'll see you soon. Bye, 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 Holly. Bye, Deannie. I'm glad you got your poster. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your day. I'll see you. Lots of love. Bye, you guys.